Hey folks, I've got a new guitar here, not a new brand but a new model that we haven't seen before. Here's a nice gig bag it comes with, and the brand is Winzz, W-I-N-Z-Z or Z-Z depending on where you're from. And it is a budget brand that you can buy on eBay and Amazon. And this is a solid top classical model here, full 39-inch classical. I'll show you a close-up. It's rather nice etched sound hole, solid spruce top, and what is a basswood back and sides, but it's a rather nice hand brushed, whatever that means, hand finished basswood with a teakwood board like an ebonol or what do you call it? Synthetic ebony, rich light, that kind of stuff. There's the headstock on it. A kume neck, and probably out of tune now. I just set it up yesterday. Okay, just tuned it up. Edited that out. It's got quite a nice tone for being, you know, I don't know, $149, $59. It's getting harder to find these solid top guitars at this price range, as I mentioned before. This has got a really long model number on it, and it doesn't actually reproduce the model number on the listing, so I don't know if it's that important. But it is made by Winzz, who is owned by Aileen. You might have seen some of their other products knocking around. It is made in China, but it is quite a nice classical. It's got a bit of heft to it probably because of the basswood back and sides, but it's not bad at all. It actually plays really quite well. It's taking a while for the strings to stretch out. Yeah, so I thought I'd show this because I put them up for sale, and you know, everybody wants a solid top guitar for close to $100, and it's just getting harder and harder to produce for people. So normally these go fairly quickly. It does have a truss rod on this. Not all classical guitars do. It has this rather nice etched sound hole. I'll get you closer. It's kind of nice. Again, the back, kind of pretty to look at. You don't always get sort of aesthetically pleasing basswood, do you? But seems to be the case on this. Nice neck profile. Not quite a Spanish heel, but reasonably well done. Black binding, white purfled edges along the binding. This one had a couple of dings on it I had to touch up. It looked like shipping issues. But it cleaned up really nicely. Also, I think it was a return because when I got it, it had 3 strings on it, and they were acoustic guitar strings. And of course, my immediate reaction is, you idiot, you probably ruined the neck. But fortunately, they weren't on long enough. Whoever put them on didn't put them on long enough to knock the guitar out of whack. But just in case you're watching and you don't know, these classical guitars are not built for steel strings. They're built for nylon string pressure or gut string pressure. They're not built to handle modern steel strings. And I've seen a lot of guitars warped because people string them up with steel strings. You might be able to get away with some of those silk and steel hybrid type of string sets, and this one does have a truss rod, but still, you know, these are pretty much made for nylon string. So just in case anybody didn't know that, sometimes it comes up. But again, really nice of this company to provide what is a really nice gig bag for this guitar. Nicer than the normal ones that you get. And there might be a couple of accessories in that pocket too. I haven't checked yet, but yeah, good little outfit. Like I said, somewhere around the 150 mark. Sometimes you can get these on sale. I got this cheaper because it had been a return, and the seller was blowing it out as a fixer-upper, and it was an easy job, and it plays quite nicely. It'd be a great campfire guitar, park guitar, that kind of thing. Or if you just want to try have a nylon string lying around and you don't want to spend $300 or $400 for one of the higher end models, yeah, something like this would work rather nice. Now I know that Winzz makes a lot of entry-level instruments that are all plywood, so make sure that you know, if you go for one of these, make sure you buy the one that is listed with the solid top, because I'm sure they have a few models that are all plywood as well. So alright folks, I just thought I'd show this to you while I had it, and yeah, it came out rather nice. I put a set of D'Addario Pro Arte. I buy those in bulk for classical work. They're just, you know, a good, well-priced string set that's reliable, not overly expensive, but not cheap by any means. And I set up all the guitars, my classical guitars, for sale with those sets. I buy about 10 at a time. I think they're the medium-light D'Addario Pro Arte classical nylon string sets. So that's what I threw on here, and it plays just fine. Nice sort of gold geared tuners on this with the very traditional pearloid buttons, ornate pearloid buttons. So it's nicely done. There you go. Alright folks, see you on the next one.